Hi, I'm Kabir,
And I'm Sambhav.
and together we're going to read you some of our favorite Dr. Seuss stories from this book. But before we begin, I must tell you that if you live in the UAE, remember to join the Browzly Summer Reading Challenge. You can win free Hamilton aquatics swimming lessons worth 400 dirhams each. If you want to find out more about this, log on to browzly.com.
We are going to be reading McElligot's Pool.
Okay. So, let's start. Young man, laughed the farmer, you're sort of a fool. You'll never catch a fish in McElligot's pool. The pool is too small, and you might as well know it. When people have junk, here's a place to throw it. You might catch a boot, or you might catch a can. You might catch a bottle, but listen, young man, if you sat here 50 years with your worms and your wishes, you'd grow a long beard long before you'd catch fishes.
Answered Marco. It may be you're right. I've been here 3 hours without one single bite. But there might be no fish. But again, well, there might. 'Cause you never can tell what goes on down below. This pool might be bigger than you or I know. This might be a pool like I've read of in books, connected to one of those underground brooks, an underground river that starts here and flows right under the pasture and then, well, who knows?
It might go along down where no one can see, right under State Highway 203, right under the wagons, right under the toes of Miss Umbroso's who's hanging out clothes. It might keep on flowing, perhaps who can tell, right under the people in Sneeden's hotel, right under the grass where they're playing croquet, then under the mountains and far, far away.
Here's a picture on the page.
So that's Sneeden's hotel, I'm guessing. And
This might be a river, now it mightn't it be, connecting McElligot's pool with the sea. Then maybe some fish might be swimming toward me. If such a thing could be, then they certainly would be. Some very smart fellow might point out the way to the place where I'm fishing, and that's why I say, if I wait long enough, if I'm patient and cool, who knows what I'll catch in McElligot's pool. Here's a picture of it connecting to the sea.
I might catch a thin fish, I might catch a stout fish, I might catch a short fish, or a long, long drawn out fish. Any kind, any shape, any color or size. I might catch some fish that would open your eyes. I wouldn't be surprised if a dogfish appears, complete with a collar and long fluffy ears, woofing along, and perhaps he might chase a whole lot of catfish right straight to this place. There's the picture.
I might catch a fish with a pinwheel-like tail. I might catch a fish who has fins like a snail. I might catch some young fish with some high-jumping friskers. I might catch an old one with long flowing whiskers. I might catch a fish with a long curly nose. I might catch a fish like a rooster that crows. I might catch a fish with a checkerboard belly, or even a fish made of strawberry jelly. I might catch a seahorse now, I mightn't I now. I might catch a fish who is partly a cow. Picture?
Okay, next thing. Some fish from the tropics, all sunburned and hot, might decide to swim up. Well, they might they not? Racing up north for a chance to get cool, full steam ahead for McElligot's pool. Some Eskimo fish from behind Hudson Bay might decide to swim down, might be headed this way. It's a pretty long trip, but they might and they may. So there we go. That's the tropics, and that's the Eskimo fish.
I might catch an eel. Well, I might. It depends. A long twisting eel with a lot of strange bends, and oddly enough, with her head on both ends. One doesn't catch this kind of fish as a rule, but the chances are fine in McElligot's pool. I might catch a fish with a terrible grouch, or an Australian fish with a kangaroo's pouch. Here we have a picture of the two-headed eel.
And the grouchy fish and the kangaroo fish. A lot of fish. Who wants to catch small ones like mackerel or trout? Say, I'll catch a sawfish with such a long snout that he'll need an assistant to help him about. If I wait long enough, if I'm patient and cool, who knows what I'll catch in McElligot's pool? Some roughneck old lobster, all gristle and muscle, might grab at my bait, then I would have a tussle. To land one so tough might take 2 or 3 hours, but the next one might be easy, the kind that likes flowers.
Picture of the big lobster
And the sawfish and the flowerfish.
I might catch some sort of fast-moving bloke who zips through the waves with an overarm stroke. And I might, and I may, that's really no joke. A fish even faster, a fish if you please, who slides down the sides of strange islands on skis. He might ski on over and pay me a visit. That's not impossible, really. Now is it? Some circus fish from an acrobat school, might stage a big show in McElligot's pool. Here we have a picture of the skis and lots of different kinds of fish.
Okay. Or I might catch a fish from a stranger place yet, from the world's highest river in far off Tibet, where the falls are so steep that it's dangerous to ride 'em. So the fish put up chutes and they float down beside 'em. From the world's deepest ocean, from way down below, from down in the mud where the deep divers go, from down in the mire and the muck and the murk, I might catch some fish who are all going glurk.
Here we have a picture of the fish that go glurk.
And Tibet. Interesting book.
Whales! I'll catch whales! Yes, a whole herd of whales, all spouting their spouts and all thrashing their tails. I'll catch 50 whales, then I'll stop for the day. 'Cause there's nothing that's bigger than whales, so they say. Still, of course, it might be. Here we have a picture of the huge whales.
Lots of them. That there is something bigger, some kind of thingamajigger. A fish that's so big, if you know what I mean, that he makes a whale look like a tiny sardine.
The big creature in comparison to the whale.
The tiny sardine.
Oh, the sea is so full of a number of fish. If a fellow is patient, he might get his wish. Here, can you spot the fish that you can remember from the book? Like,
let's see. That's the really big one, I think. And yeah. That's why I think that I'm not such a fool when I sit here and fish in McElligot's pool.
And that was McElligot's Pool by
Dr. Seuss. So, thank you for reading with us.
Please check out our YouTube channel with a lot of other videos related to Browzly.
And bye-bye.
Sayonara.